Creative Director, AK Fashion House, Nigeria. Our business is located at number 8 Giriku Road, off Kankia Road by Isakaita. So basically we do bespoke, made to measure, ready to wear, off the rack, you know, stuff like that. We do uniforms, we do yes, uniform like nurse wear, you know, doctor's coats, workshop wears, bodysuits and uniforms as well.
So what was growing up like?
Okay, growing up for me was actually very educative and fun. I would say I grew up in a very big extended family where you all grow up with your cousins, your sisters, your uncles. So growing up was a lot experience for me, and it shaped who I am today.
Okay, so arrange these words your way. Love, family, career, and money.
Love, family, career, and money. Love, family, career, and money. Okay, family, love, money, career.
Okay, so would you say you're a spiritual or religious person?
No, I'm a spiritual person.
Okay, so tell me one misconception people have about Northern women.
The one of the very sad misconception people have about Northern women is that Northern women are either not exposed or very well educated. And I think that's so 1980s or 1880s. You know, it's very backward for someone to feel because a woman comes from northern part of Nigeria, she's either not educated, not exposed, or she can't deliver. Nigerian northern women would surprise you.
Right. So, which family member of yours are you most closest to now, and why?
Recently, I think I'm very close to my younger sister, my immediate younger sister, Nabawiya. We're very close. She's a very responsible person, so she's more like a moral compass for me.
Okay, so who or what inspires you?
I think my biggest inspiration is my family, my husband, my kids, most especially my kids. I wake up in the morning, I look at them, and I just want to be a better person. I want to be a better mother, I want to be a better business person, I want to be a good role model for my kids. So those are my biggest inspiration, honestly.
Okay, so what's your favorite motivational quote?
My favorite motivational quote is from Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu. I think that stuck with me for a while. It says every person has 2 days. One day for you and the other day against you. So you need to make sure it either works for you or make sure you scale through it. Something like that, but that has stuck with me, and I think it makes a lot of sense.
We're here to disturb you again. So, failure or success? Which are you more afraid of?
Do you want to take that question again?
Failure or success? Which are you more afraid of?
I'm actually more afraid of success because I believe you learn a lot from failures. You fail, you learn from it. But with success, you don't know your limit to success. So that's a little scary at times. But I think success is a little more scary.
Okay. So, as a mother, what are those things you swore you wouldn't do, but you find yourself doing?
The things,
Funny, right?
it's funny because every African child growing up in an African home, there are things you've seen, your parents do, and you saw you're not going to do that with your own kids, your own family, and then next thing you wake up and you're the complete replica of your parents, either your mom, shouting why someone is not sleeping at a particular time, or why you're not managing your time well, or why they would have to feed somebody in their house and he doesn't get a work job done or chore done. Those things, you just naturally find yourself doing those things you saw you're not going to do as a parent.
Okay, so what's your take on people having cesarean section to natural birth?
I honestly think there shouldn't be any prejudice, because I had all three of my kids through cesarean section. I think it's an amazing thing that the health sector has developed. People are able to have kids without dying, because in the olden days, it's the failure of discovery of the cesarean section method. A lot of women died during childbirth. So I think it's an amazing thing that people get to, women that are not able to, which shouldn't be stigmatized in any way, are able to have their own kids without going through cesarean section. There should not be any stigma, surrounding women that have their kids through cesarean section. I think it's very backward. I think it's actually irrational for women to actually give a certain standard or a certain standard to women who have kids, naturally, and those. I really find that very sad, to be honest.
Okay, so what's your personal style being a fashion designer?
My personal style. I'm all for pushing boundaries, honestly. I like to push boundaries. I'm a creative, so which means I like to do over the top. But my own personal style is very simple. To be honest, I like looking clean, neat, elegant, and classy. I love
You heard that, guys?
Yes, I love it when it's neat and classy and elegant. Something timeless, something you're a little comfortable in, and something you can wear, you see yourself wearing for the next 5 years. Basically, my designs here are surrounded around, were designed around, being timeless pieces. I like pieces that if you wear or you buy, you have a piece of Ike Fashion House ready to wear. It's something that you can wear for a minimum of 5 years without it going out of fashion. So.
Nice. So tell me 5 lessons you have learned the hard way.
5 lessons I've learned the hard way are: 1, knowing when to let go. I think knowing you cannot you cannot change people. There are people that, no matter, I know I can be a very persistent person, but you just have to learn when to let go some people that you cannot change. Which should be my second, actually. My first is knowing that I'm not my hubby's mommy. So I cannot make him do anything he doesn't want to do. I just have to be supportive. That I learned the hard way. And then knowing when to let go, yes, and knowing when to surrender and give up on some projects. Because along the line, sometimes you get passionate doing things, but as you get on along with it, you realize no matter how passionate you are about it, sometimes you have to put a stop on a project and let it go. And I learned the hard way how to subcontract. There are things that when you want a job done, you'd have to subcontract some contracts, because it might be too much.
What does subcontracting mean for people that are not business minded?
Okay, subcontraction means you getting more professional or additional help from either another workshop to get your own job done in time.
Okay.
A workshop that you can trust and you have large quantities to produce. So be it in the fashion industry, in the food industry,
it works everywhere.
Yes, it works anywhere. Learn to subcontract things that you cannot do. I cannot be the creative designer, be the manager, be the accountant. You have to subcontract these jobs to other people, more professional people. So that I learned the hard way as well.
Okay, so briefly tell us how you became a fashion designer.
It's not a secret. I grew up in a fashion house, in a fashion in related industry household. My mom is a fashion designer, a tailor. So I always grew around tailors. It's only natural that you
Adopt.
yes, you either adapt to it or you grow up like in a very like ways, I think. So fashion to me just comes naturally. It's like inheriting fashion.
Okay, so how has motherhood changed you?
Motherhood had changed me in a lot of ways. It has made me a very lenient person. Motherhood has made me a very passionate person. Motherhood has made me, a very passionate, yes, adaptable,
Hardworking.
hardworking. Yes, hardworking too. Like I said, my kids are in my inspiration. So most of the time, I need to grow better to be a better person, to be a better role model for my kids, which entails and being patient. When I say patient, I'm not a very patient person, but motherhood has just shaped me in that direction.
Okay.
So that.
So just describe me in 3 words.
Okay, so Zainab is a very nice, sweet, young, intelligent, and very focused young
Me
lady.
alone. Thank
Yes,
you. Thank
I
you.
love the zeal, the passion she has showed in her projects. And, like I said, I'm hoping to see more of this, and we're hoping would come back next year and a brighter future ahead of her, and then hopefully, a bigger set.
Inshallah.
Yes,
Thank you.
inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So
for
would you
having
do
me.
this again?
I would definitely do this again. I just said we are hoping we'll
Yes,
come back
to come back.
next year or the following year, with a bigger and grander set than we currently have.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.